And I heard, as it were, the noise of thunder. One of the four beasts saying, "Come and see." And I saw, and behold, a white horse.
There's a man going around taking names.
It's not over.
And he decides who to free, who to blame. Everybody won't be treated all the same. There'll be a golden ladder reaching down when the man comes around. The hairs on your arm will stand up at the terror any.
What's up? You're listening to the Mad Broadcast, and I'm your host, the Mad Outdoorsman. So let me tell you something. Prepping ain't crazy. It's common sense. We wear seatbelts. We buy insurance. We keep a spare tire in the trunk. But the second you stock some food, water, and a generator, people act like you just built a bunker in your own backyard and started speaking Morse code. Well, that's the world we live in now, upside down. You see, prepared people get mocked. Unprepared people get comfortable. And when the lights go out, guess who's knocking on whose door? This show isn't about fear. It's about owning your reality. It's about not waiting for someone else to save your ass. So buckle up, because this is the Mad Broadcast. And out here, we don't panic. We prepare. So you know what cracks me up, man? Every time someone hears the word prepper, they instantly picture some dude in a tinfoil hat sitting in a bunker surrounded by cans of beans and night vision goggles. And I'm like, buddy, what the hell do you think insurance is? I mean, seriously, right? You wear a seatbelt every time you drive, right? Nobody calls you paranoid for that. You keep a spare tire in your trunk. Nobody calls you crazy. But you keep a little extra food and water at home, suddenly you're that guy. I mean, it's wild, man. This country's built on the idea of self-reliance, and somehow we've twisted it into a punchline. You know what's actually crazy? Not being ready. Pretending like nothing bad's ever going to happen because it hasn't yet. And that's the part that gets me. People act like disaster is some far-off, end-of-the-world movie plot. But how many times have we already seen it? The Texas power grid, supply chain breakdowns, empty shelves during COVID. People panic bought toilet paper, for Christ's sakes, like it was the last line of defense between civilization and chaos. Toilet paper. I mean, you can't eat toilet paper, man. Here's the thing. Prepping isn't about doomsday. It's about not being the guy standing in a 4-hour line for bread with a look on your face like, oh no, how could this happen? It's about not needing permission to survive. I mean, comfort is a hell of a drug. You ever notice how soft we've gotten, man? Like dangerously soft. We live in a country where people lose their minds if the Wi-Fi drops for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And these same people honestly believe they're just going to figure it out when the grid goes down. Dude, no. No, you're not. Here's the real problem. Comfort is a hell of a drug. We've built this nice, cushy little bubble where everything's on demand. Groceries show up at your door. Uber gets you anywhere. Tap a screen, boom, Amazon box. It's instant. It's easy. And it makes people forget what reality actually looks like when that bubble pops. You cut off power for a week, you'll see how fast the mask slips. People get weird when they're hungry, man. They get desperate. You start seeing what's underneath that polite little surface everyone hides behind. And here's the kicker. When that happens, the people who mocked preppers, the ones who said, You're overreacting, man. Stop watching those apocalypse movies. Well, those are the first people knocking on your door with empty hands. I've seen it in smaller ways too. Like a bad storm rolls through, knocks the grid down for a couple days, and suddenly people are out there panic buying water like they're trekking through the Sahara. They had no plan. None. Because they just assumed somebody else would fix it. And that's the other part of it. We've trained people to depend on a system like it's some kind of superhero that's going to show up and save the day. But the system's made of people, and people panic too. You think FEMA's going to teleport into your cul-de-sac with warm blankets and bottled water and hour 2 of a blackout? Hell no. You'll be lucky if they show up in week 2. And the worst part, they'll still look at the guy who stocked the pantry like he's the crazy one. I mean, the real crazy ones? I mean, here's the punchline, man. Everybody thinks preppers are nuts. But you know who's actually insane? The people who think nothing bad's ever going to happen. Think about it. We lived through bank failures, pandemics, cyber attacks, power grid hits, riots, wars. I mean, we're talking real stuff, not Hollywood trailers. And people still walk around like the world's just going to keep delivering Amazon packages forever. You ever talk to one of those folks? They'll say stuff like, oh, I mean, if something really bad happens, the government will take care of us. Man, that's adorable. The government can't even fix the damn potholes on Main Street. But sure, they'll save your ass when the shelves go empty. It's not even their fault entirely, though. It's conditioning. They've been raised to depend. We built a culture that worships convenience and punishes independence. And the second someone steps outside that little box and says, hey, maybe I should be ready if things go sideways, people roll their eyes and call them crazy. But here's the truth. When the system fails, and it will, the only people that are going to make it are the ones who planned ahead. The ones who can take care of their families without waiting for some magic cavalry to ride in. You don't prep because you're scared. You prep because you don't want to be one of the thousands of people standing around going, well, what do we do now? You prep because being ready means you don't owe anybody a damn thing. So no, preppers aren't the crazy ones. The crazy ones are the folks betting their lives on a system that's held together with duct tape and good vibes. You know what's funny? The minute the power goes out, all those people who laughed at you for stacking food and water, they'll suddenly remember your name. That's why you prepare. Not for the apocalypse, for reality. Anyway, folks, here's the bottom line. Being prepared isn't some tinfoil hat thing. It's not panic. It's not paranoia. It's common sense. You either wait for someone else to save you, or you get your ass ready and make sure you don't need saving. It's that simple. Anyway, if this episode hit home, if it made you stop and think, do me a favor. Like the episode, share it with somebody who still thinks prepping is crazy, and subscribe to the Mad Broadcast so you don't miss what's coming next. This is where the sugarcoating stops and reality starts. I'm the Mad Outdoorsman. Stay mad, stay ready, and I'll see you on the next one.